Nah, Sir Million. You will always be drunk to me. Salutations, everybody. What's a crack-a-lackin'? It's another fine Thursday evening. The crack is going fine. All is going good. Life is treating everybody sound good and all above. But I must say to myself, and to all of ye, whilst I go through the last of the random bits of crap that I need to end up doing, what's a crack-a-lackin'? How is it all going? Tell me, is life going well? Is the Christmas treating you good? Grand and delicious? How are things, my friends? Because I am going grand, I'm going good, and tonight I'm back with Shin Megami Tensei V once again. So it's a pleasure to have everyone in again. Just looking for the right scenes to move myself over to. Bear with us as we do the last checks. And it is a pleasure to have you all in. Senior Million, how does it feel to be only drunk in spirit instead of name? Senior Up, congratulations on robbing first place from Senior Duck. Senior Duck, how does it feel to finally be 72 years of check-ins? And Katie, I look forward to hearing your secret. Please let me know. My heart rate has just gone over the moon. Waiting for the news. How are things, my friends? I'm back with the blue blur himself, and it isn't Sonic this time. It is the Nahobino as we continue on with some Shin Megami Tensei. Last time we went across this bridge and we bet one Fionn McCool. So the joys will be going as we continue on this time with this. You know, for it being the 18th of December, for it being halfway through the period of the Christmas time, for it being a distinct lack of alcoholic beverages and trying to stay healthy with the good old bottle of Ishka, I'm surviving, Million. I'm surviving. How are you doing now that you're no longer drunk? That you're no longer perpetually recognized as the wannabe alcoholic? Is life treating you well, my friend? I hope that it is. It's a pleasure to see you in good standings. Feels nice to be 48 hours, even better. 2 days sober. Congratulations, my friend. Now we just have to wait until you inevitably hit the wagon again and we end up seeing Al back in her graces. Ooh, nice. Yeah, go on ahead. Go on ahead. I don't currently have one, so you can do that whenever you want to, Kitty. Just remember not to abuse it. As we go into our first fight versus a Magatama. But how is everyone else doing anyway? I have been enjoying the peace of completely and utterly ignoring everything to do with Manchester United since that 4-4 draw on Monday. So I've just been watching multitudes of other people lose their collective crap over horse crap that doesn't affect them. Like all of the people that have gone absolutely cattywampus at the fact that Wilfred Nancy has lost his 4th game in a row with Celtic. It is funny seeing a fan base be more toxic than United. It is funny and very, very interesting to see that happen. They are not, the Celtic fans are not happy. But I suppose, you know, you did go from winning, 7 and 8 to losing 4 in a row for the first time in 30 years. Yeah. But I got hit from behind. But other than that, I'm looking forward to getting into a good bit of RPG fun, just enjoying the crack and seeing how things go with this particular game and our blue-haired wonder, and see how badly the RNG generator ends up screwing my ass 10 ways to Sunday as we continue on as well. Give Duck his favourite sound in the world, a good old aromas. By the way, do let me know if the audio is too loud or anything like that. I will attempt to do the fixes in between it. There have been a couple of tweaks in my audio, so if anything does seem wrong, please let me know. I'm almost positive you're strong against the electricity, but hey. Oh no, complete opposite. I do find it funny that they make a basilisk into a chicken, too. Like, a basilisk being a rooster is always interesting to me. Because, like, obviously it's meant to be a creature that... those that don't know about it, the basilisk is kind of... has somewhat the same abilities as Medusa. A basilisk is able to turn you into stone. In this game, they don't do that. In this case, it's a poison dealer, as you see in there when it's toxic spray. But it is interesting that it ends up doing that. Here, give us 1 second. Yeah, I'll have to look at that later on, Katie. I'm not 100% sure how to do it. But as soon as I figure out how to do it, I'll do it for you, okay? Yeah, anyway, that'll be a future thing. Joys. But yeah, in general, all's been going good with my neck of the woods. I've just been enjoying life, continuing on, doing plenty of gym work lately as well, which has me kind of dead on my feet, but you know, in a good way as well. You know, like you want to do it. We're still recovering from the hand, and it's funny when you end up going through surgeries and elements like that, how there are certain lingering aspects that end up happening to you that you wouldn't end up expecting that cause issues for you. Like in my particular case, with this hand here, the main problem I have is that the base of my palm is much weaker than it was pre-surgery. So I'm still dealing with learning how to properly
This'll do.
Properly grip stuff and make sure that everything ends up working properly when I'm attempting to end up doing bench presses or something like that, because there's a very good chance that if I'm not careful, I'll end up injuring myself, which I know would probably make certain people happy, but for the most part, you know, we want to be careful. How did you? Okay, I don't know. Yeah, miss, which means you'll run away now. I'm surprised you survived that, light orb. Okay, well, this will level everyone up. It's kind of a waste to do it now, but screw it. Might as well use it when we see it.
Wonderful.
Oh, the irony that we get the bloody move straight away after we could have used it. Aglio. So we're after getting Jack's essence there, so that's nice, and he has a level 2 ability. Oh, so they can just sometimes get new abilities. Okay, that's handy. I like that if you have a free space, it can end up being replaced. you can end up getting a free move put in if it ends up working. That's very, very interesting. That's a new thing. That wasn't in previous Shin Megami Tensei games, so that's a nice addition that you can end up having a skill come into a spot if you have a free spot lift up after someone levels up. Oh, crap baskets. Okay, so accidentally ended up getting another match put in here. I'm actually half tempted to train it. Nope, we're not doing that. No, I'm not going to try and do an escape with a 26% chance of doing it. That's a waste of bloody time. Interesting. I expected the Kelpies to be weak to electricity. I mean, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. They're weak enough that we should be able to get through them fine. Although they're level 30, so I say they're weak enough. And then they end up getting a dodge like that. So, like, this is the type of game that would make me want to end up experiencing a bit more of, like, ancient history and stuff like that. Because, like, Kelpies are in Greek mythology as well. That's the reason why they show up in some of the God of War games, in Greek and Norse mythology. In this particular case, it's just, like, it's a seahorse, which is normally the idea of a Kelpie. But, like, it's interesting that it's just a floating horse there that's died. And I don't know the Shin Megami Tensei roots behind it. Like, I could go into the little extra information it gives you and read what the Shin Megami Tensei lore is for it. But I'm also lazy and can't be arsed. Nothing there. There is another way up, so here's our new ladder. That gives us up here, which brings us through and gets us our new item. Nice. So that is a Dispel Charm. I don't and I do, Million. It's one of the things I have down on my Duolingo. So there was Twitch there about 2 months ago. If you sub to someone, was giving you a Duolingo subscription for free. So I decided, you know what, I do Spanish. And I've been learning a bit of Spanish on behind the scenes to try and end up doing it. But at the same point in time, I've always liked the idea of knowing chess, of learning chess. So I put down chess as one of the options on it as well. Now, just through playing the games and having the match versus Oscar, it says I have an ELO of 760. I don't believe for a goddamn moment I have an ELO of 760. Especially considering at those small stages, the game is quite blatant about making Oscar make stupid decisions in order to let you get a couple of advantages, as it wants you to learn the game and not 100% punish you, which makes sense. But at the same point in time, I think the ELO that Duolingo ends up putting you at is probably a bit kind. But currently, I'm at 760 ELO for chess, so I'm learning it. I'm just need to get better at it. Do you play it yourself? It is commonly recognized as an intelligent person's game, which, to be honest, is only ever said by intelligent people, so it could be people stroking their own ego. Yeah, so that's kind of my point there. Because of facts like that, I don't actually know what my ELO is, you know? So I could be significantly worse, and probably am significantly worse than what Duolingo is stating I am. But at the same point in time, I could be around where you are. I've enjoyed it when I've been playing it. And I actually wouldn't mind, and it's something I might end up investigating later on to see if I can find a good one. I actually wouldn't mind doing a single stream playing a chess game of some description. Probably not generic chess, because I don't know if I'd find a good one of that, but a chess stream of some description on stream. You know, if everyone was okay with watching absolute bloody revel of someone playing, you know, I wouldn't be good. I wonder if this will get us to be able to summon the Hero of Inaba. Chess.com, the #1 site used. Yes, I just don't pay for chess.com. And I know you don't need to because they give you bots and the whole lot, and I play that every now and again. Oh, just give us a talisman. Fair enough. It's just when chess.com has the option once a day to show you where you've made your mistake, I'm almost too tempted to just do the one game and then delay myself so that I can see the mistakes that I've made. So I don't want to override the game, because if you do, obviously you won't end up seeing the mistakes that you made. So I am one of the incredibly odd creatures that the actual inclusion of an incredible boon to the site and a reason for people to spend more money on the site is a reason why I would refuse to use the site. Because I'm cheap, and the actual lack of the feature would annoy me too much, because I am an anomaly of a man. I am a strange creature of unbelievable stupidity who is stubborn beyond belief. Curtis, my friend, how is things? It's a pleasure to end up talking to you again. It has been a bit of time, and I hope in that period of time all has been treating you good. I hope Christmas has been treating you fine and dandy. I hope the alcohol hasn't ended up getting you too hard as it has many, many others. But I hope the Craic is treating you good. I don't pay for it either, LOL, but sometimes it can be very annoying that I can't see some of my games. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, the chess.com type of thing, but that's kind of the reason why, even though it doesn't have the options, Oscar taunting you when you're playing it on Duolingo makes me enjoy the Duolingo a wee bit more. Maybe that's the masochist and sadist in me, but Oscar turning around saying, "Ooh, I can't believe you made that mistake," or "Ooh, I'm after eating your pawn, ain't you sad?" kind of hits me in the right spot, and I enjoy it. Well, that's good to hear, Cards. I'm glad that it's all going well for you. Have you a big Christmas household yourself? Do you do many festivities for it? Or maybe you're one of those other individuals that experiences the other holiday, Hanukkah, and the other ones that I don't know the name of, Kwanzaa. For anyone that I'm after butchering the name of your holiday for, I apologize, and I shan't be improving my ignorance for the next wee bit. Actually, charming him. I wonder if he'll end up hitting himself. No, just waste the turn. Fair enough. It's nice being just slightly powerful enough that the common mooks are very rarely a problem. I go to my mate's house every year. He's got not much family left, so it's the best thing I can do for him. Well, happy out. Like, honestly, being able to enjoy it with someone is the way to end up doing it. Like, there's a local establishment where I'm from that opens up on Christmas Day for entirely that reason. They open up well, you know, for the people in the local community that don't have anything to do and might feel a wee bit lonely. They open up and they're able to do games and just festivities and enjoy the company of each other together for Christmas Day. So if you can do that at all, happy out. I have the wonderful distinction of having just enough family that I can annoy the arse of and that are crippling alcoholics that none of them mind. So we are able to end up experiencing and enjoying life together for that day. And then we play a crap ton of cards and a game that many of you will probably never have heard of known as 110, where my wallet at the end of it is always about 40 quid lighter. Let's just put it that way. But I enjoy it all the same. Like, that's the one thing with a deck of cards. You're never without something to do when you have just a standard deck of cards. It's kind of why I wish Nintendo would go back and create just their one version of their standard deck of cards. You know, because it was an awesome idea that they were doing back in the day. And I'd say they're actually worth quite a lot of money if you were able to find them. An original set of Nintendo 52 playing cards. I'll have to look into it, mate. Yeah, it's a... Curtis, considering you'll probably know what I'm on about with this statement, it's a serious business. And that's enough that if you're from where I'm from, you'll know what I'm on about. And if you're not, good luck. I am not doxing myself. And yet, multiple times in the stream, I've done that anyway. So, you know, if you've been watching the stream enough, you know where I'm from. So... Although, do you want to know another thing that might have you incredibly sad? In order to calm down on the fact that I was drinking and counted it, 12 cups of coffee a day, I have started drinking herbal tea. Hot water has never tasted so yummy. Now, to be fair to that one, the one that I currently have in there is actually a tree mint herbal tea. So it's actually not the worst thing in the world. But god damn, is it screaming for sugar. Which would defeat the entire purpose of the goddamn thing, so I have to get used to it, you know? The joys of trying to be healthy. And by the way, I know for a fact that I'm only after looking at the max stream. I know none of you believe me. All of you are thinking that I'm drinking bloody rum or gin at this particular moment in time. Benny, boo. Boo for that joke. In me god, he tense. And mainly boo because I'm shocked I didn't think of it. What's up, my friend? Is it all going good? Is it all going grand? Is it all going spicy? It is a pleasure to have you in. Is the crack going well for you? I hope it is. Are you all excited for your stream this evening as well? Because I believe you're streaming this evening. I'll give you a shout out there. Fantastic streamer himself. Although, you know, it did take him 7 years to get the Asian Champions League, so he's not that good of a streamer. But sorry, that was a wee bit too mean. That was a wee bit too mean. But yeah, no, he streams wonderful things like Action Tynaman, Devil May Cry Beef Volleyball, and other games with beautiful assets. Rivals EU versus Arcane Wave. Oh, is that the Unreal Tournament guys that are playing tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah, that's the game I'm playing tonight anyway. No, that was the clip. Ah! Okay, fair enough. You know, context is a wonderful thing, and I am devoid of it at all periods of time. So, do you have a favorite Unreal Tournament clip? Like, do you have a favorite game that you've commentated for Unreal Tournament? Because it's an interesting set of games to end up watching whenever you do end up streaming them as the commentator. I ran into that crap. I have one, but it was in the bot tournament I ran. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Bots can end up having good times as well, to be fair.
Here.
Like, they can be fairly good at any of the actions they end up doing. I think, like we can't say anything. We're Football Manager fans, and all we do is watch bots play. Like, that's literally all we do. Although it wouldn't shock me. By the way, speaking of interesting situations, did you hear that Netflix and FIFA have announced that the new FIFA game is being developed in association with Netflix games? Which there's nothing wrong with that in theory. The big concern that people should end up having, if they give a crap, and I'm not really sure why they would, but the big concern that people might end up having is the company that's actually developing the game is brand spanking new. In fact, the trademark for the company is about 3 months old. So they've been developing this game when the company wasn't actually 100% formed, which isn't a problem, to be honest. There is not an issue with developing a game without having the company name solidified or anything like that. That actually isn't a problem. It's just concerning that no one has any idea whether or not the company that is in charge of what is one of the biggest IPs ever, and I'm sorry, FIFA is just a colossally big IP. Like, EAFC does fantastic for itself, but everyone still just calls it FIFA. You'd want to hope that as a pretty much newly established studio, you're okay at creating it, because it's one hell of a bloody weight to put on yourself for your first game. Now, Netflix games, to be fair, are fairly okay. Like, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong on that, that Netflix games work in tandem with Sports Interactive side company for FM Touch. I could be wrong on that, but I believe they work in tandem with them. Again, I know remarkably little about Netflix games. I'm not willing to praise them or berate them. It's just funny. I wasn't expecting Netflix to get FIFA. But F the idea of having Netflix account to play a game. I mean, honestly, that isn't a negative to me. If I'm honest, I don't mind that, because, like, you have it for EA. If you're playing any EA game and you want to do the online, you need to have an EA online account. It's the same thing there. Now, with Netflix games, obviously, you need to have you're meant to have the Netflix account. In this particular case, I don't know, and it hasn't been stated yet, if you need a Netflix account to do the online activity. If you need a Netflix account to do the online activity, that's a different kettle of fish, and I fell. Wonderful. Wonderful crack. That's a different conversation, and a different conversation that other people can end up having, because I honestly don't give enough of a crap about the game. I've played EAFC 26. I enjoyed it. I probably would be willing to give the FIFA game a go, but it's not an immediate, teller on my particular account. But it's just interesting, like, more than the Netflix game situation, it's just it being a first-time studio working on it is the more fascinating thing for me. Oh my god, that done fucking nothing. What is this guy? Matty, my friend! Ooh, okay. That's actually my fault. I forgot to open up Songify because of the one that we're on. I will actually open up Songify in case anyone wants to do that, and I will actually put it up. Okay, so Songify is open now. I will do this myself again. Let's see if it works. Because I'm just curious whether or not that would be enough for it to find it. Yeah? Oh, wait. Did it add it? No, weirdly it didn't. Okay, so maybe it hasn't been connected up well enough. To be fair, considering you've done it, I will find it. And tell me if this is the wrong one. Perfect. Well then, it's going in tandem with the Shin Megami Tensei music, so if they beat over each other, fair play. I haven't actually worked into seeing whether or not the audio syncs would end up working for this, so, you know, I mean, I might end up... I don't know how other people end up doing it. There's probably some bit of tech you end up getting that allows you to up and down the audio as you need for that type of situation. I might look into that type of thing later on. Why do you have so much health? Like, are you considered a mini-boss? Why do you have so much health? You have almost bloody 4 times the health of the nearest thing to you.
You ready?
Weird. Well, we're going to find out in a second how much we end up doing here. Was watching the darts back. It's an interesting... well, that's actually a lie. Like, there hasn't been any major surprises in the darts this year. I think yesterday only one person that isn't, like, top ranking, or one person that wasn't destined to win the match didn't win the match. I think everyone that has been assigned up that should win has won, which is unfortunate, but at the same point in time, I think now it's gotten to the point where the same people are always going to be competing. Some full-time vet from Kenya came from 2-0 down against world number 18 Mike De Decker on the World Championship debut. Yeah, that's the one that I think that I'm on about up, where that's the only match from Wednesday, I think, where the favorite didn't end up winning it, which is fair, and it's lovely to see people from other nations like that doing well and getting a good opportunity. You love to see that in any sport. Earlier today, oh, okay, well I haven't even looked in to the ones from today, so that's nice to end up hearing. Like, darts for me is something that I love watching when I'm in a pub. Yeah, I shouldn't have attempted it. Shouldn't have attempted it. Katie, do you want to do the justice of shouting at me for not saving since Emil isn't here? Which basically means the last 38 minutes have been for fucking nothing. The one on Wednesday, 50-year-old, I think. Maybe. As I said, unfortunately, I don't know. Now, the one good thing about this is, at least I know where things are now, so in theory, I should be going faster. It's getting far more entertaining up. That I'll agree with. I think the darts has had a big problem for a while, that the aesthetics of the sport haven't followed what is needed. It needed a good uplift. It needed a good amount of camera aesthetical changes. When you watch darts that isn't at the right level, like a camera that just isn't 100% crisp, where it feels that kind of old school version, you notice the difference immediately, and the production does take you out of it. I think a prime example of it is in football. If you watch
This'll do.
If you watch League 2 football, to give an example, the cameras in League 2 football are absolutely crap. You'd swear the League 2 football you'd be watching something from the 70s. But it's still enjoyable because football sports has much to do that. Darts is the same in a way, but I have a feeling that the kind of lights and shine that darts has been having of itself lately helps exponentially in making it a more attractable sport as well. My big thing when it comes down to it at the moment is when you have two people playing darts that are good, it's a phenomenal game. There's actually almost nothing better than it. If you are unfortunate enough to get a situation of two people that are mediocre, God, is it an annoying sport. I was watching a darts match there, and I don't know if it was a rerun. I don't know if it was in the Worlds. Unfortunately, I can't tell you. But I was watching a darts game there where every single leg of the darts was 20 darts. When you watch the likes of Luke Littler and Luke Humphreys and even Michael Van Gerwen walk away and successfully do a 9 to 15 darter, a 20 dart game just feels off. And I know that's not fair because, like, obviously that's me putting stuff onto actual, like, anomalies of the game, because that is effectively what Littler and Humphreys are consistently able to do 9 darters and stuff like that. Have I done this twice? Like watching them just do out of this world levels of dartistry is unbelievable. This isn't worth it.
This'll do.
I learned something about your favorite football league earlier. You're gonna get one warning about this. Don't be too negative about the MLS, but go on, what? Or as I do call it, the Miles Lewis Skelly League. I don't want arguments or anything happening in the chat. Because pulling the piss out of the MLS is fun, because I do it all the time, but you know, so long as it's just pulling the piss and it isn't leading to arguments, I don't mind. Although, funnily enough, speaking of leagues, I will say in the MLS there's a thing called the Discovery List, where teams can add players to a shortlist, and if another team wants to bid for them, they have to pay that club who have them on their shortlist. Wait, hold the phone. I need that explained a wee bit more for me up. So, is that a case of if LA Galaxy had a player that LA Miami wanted? It's not LA Miami. Anyway, the Miami team that Lionel Messi is with wanted, and then Philadelphia came and wanted that player, they'd have to pay Philadelphia? Or how does what? I'm a bit confused in the way that's phrased as to what exactly that means. That's me being a tit and a bit stupid, but
So A team wants to bid for Mbappe and add him to the discovery list. Then B team wants to bid for him. They have to pay A team just to bid. Now that's stupid. That's stupid. I don't agree with that at all. It's interesting, but that's very stupid. I'm gonna die again. I'm gonna die again. Thankfully, we got away with that. I should not have done away with that. Oh, Katie, a fair play to you for doing that. How badly did that sting the wallet with all that's happening with RAM? I mean, you're as well buy RAM now. I am still of the opinion that surely someone has to come into the market for the supplier that's leaving the market. Surely someone has to come in and start creating RAM. But like, holy crap, is there a fire for RAM at the moment due to that loss? I mean, actually, that doesn't sound too bad. 200 quid for 16 gigabytes of RAM, based on how I've seen the prices going at the moment, actually isn't the worst that I've heard. So you might have actually gotten an okay deal there, Katie. As sad as that sounds. Temporary until I get 32, yeah. To reduce bidding wars, apparently Chicago Fire added Lewandowski to theirs. Fair enough. My PC has 16 gigabytes of RAM. If that's 200, how much would 32 be? You know, I honestly don't know. I haven't been checking the prices at all, but it wouldn't shock me if it was genuinely at least half more expensive. Yeah, it's insane, and the sad thing about it is it's only going to go up. It's only going to get worse. The price of, and the sad thing about it is when RAM goes up, so will everything else. So like that's where it's really bad. The more that everything goes up, like everything will go up because of this. And it's a shame because like it's not warranted at all, like, but there's not really much you can do about it either. Like, it's just hope someone comes into the market, and you'd think now that the space is gone someone would, but like the big thing is, as someone was saying to me, you're a fool for hoping someone comes into the market as well, because legitimately the reason why these companies have stopped selling RAM is because the artificial intelligence core are just spending significantly more money than everyone else around them. And as a result of which, it's just not worth selling RAM to individuals. Just sell it to big companies like Microsoft instead. My PC has 32 gigabytes of RAM and it's now between 300 and 400. My mate knew someone who stole RAM from PC computers and sold them in the college, eventually found out. Well, of course they would. Like, it's the same thing as I know someone that went into bloody houses and used to rob copper wiring out of the houses. I mean, like, if something becomes expensive enough, they're going to do it anyway, you know? Should have bought hundreds, you'd be like Mr. Beast. I mean, yeah, well, I don't know. Let's be honest. There's a lot that can be said about Mr. Beast, but that man is an incredibly shrewd businessman. Like, the fact that he was one of, and why more people didn't think about this, I don't understand. But the fact that he came up with the idea that I should release my channel again, get it officially dubbed over in Spanish, because a quarter of the planet speaks Spanish, made him, I think, almost I think it was something like an 1/8 of his GDP is off of the Spanish channel alone. Like, he makes so much money off of that Spanish channel. If you're big enough, genuinely, if you're big enough, there's no excuse for you not having a Spanish channel. It's at that point. There's almost no excuse if you're big enough to not have a professional Spanish dub happen of your channel. Like even on Twitch, you'd almost be better having someone there with you that could change your audio over to Spanish if someone was there for you, or any of the other platforms, to be honest. Like the biggest streamer on Twitch is a Spanish streamer. When he comes on to the stream, and I can't remember his name for the life of me, but I've searched it up a couple of times. When he comes on to Twitch's overall traffic octuples. He gets something when he comes on, and he comes on rare enough, but when he comes on, he gets something like 3 million people on his actual channel. It's bonkers. Unbelievable and epic, to be honest, but it's bonkers. A Minecraft content creator launched a software which auto-translates video games and streams. Uses popular voice actors for each channel. Yeah. Yes, he does. For all of them ones, he does. He also, but like he's also not without problems as well, because like he also bought into the artificial intelligence that would end up giving you free stream headlines and rob other people's video headlines and create them and all that type of stuff, you know? What letter comes after E in English? N, Katie. And if you mean alphabetically, you can jump off a fucking cliff and figure it out yourself. God. Oh, the joys of being a complete and utter dry shite. I'm not in the word English. N comes after E. I am 100% right. What letter comes after E in English? N. I amn't watching the Carabao Cup at the moment. Who did it? Who did it in Newcastle? No, that's what alphabetically comes after E in the alphabet. That wasn't the question you asked, Katie. Oh, I thought it was the Carabao Cup at the moment. Okay, fair enough. Who were Palace against? I was swore they were in it. Finnish team. That's unfortunate. Oh no, because it was Newcastle versus Fulham. Okay, never mind, that's me being a tit. Supercoppa. Napoli beat AC Milan in the Supercoppa. Shamrock Rovers are winning against Hom Spartans. That's interesting. Shelburne are drawing. Florentina are losing to Lucian Sport. Dynamo Kiev are winning. Crystal Palace are losing. AZ Alkmaar are drawing. Sparta Praga are winning over Aberdeen. Interesting. And Mans are winning, who you'd expect. Not too many shocks, but yeah, Palace should definitely be doing better. I suppose, considering that red card was given, hopefully that will make the difference. But we'll see. Also, I want to make this point, stating that I'm not a hater of... Oh, god damn it. Well, I might be dead in a minute, so I can be a hater all I want. You see, all it took up was me talking about them, was me mentioning the greatness that is Crystal Palace, and they go and they score. You know, they should end up sending a letter of thanks to me for giving them the gumption, for giving them the capability, for giving them the hope to grow better, to grow bigger, to grow stronger, and to get a second goal versus this random Turkish team they were losing against. It's all me. You know, there'd be nothing without me. Isn't that right, huh? Oh, the prick ended up...
This'll do.
Fucking run! The fuck? I know that move does more damage. It's like Facade in Pokemon. That move does more damage when someone is sit with a status effect. But god damn it, that ripped me a new one. No, the guys with fire on their head aren't weak to ice, like most people in this game are. I actually don't know what this enemy is weak to. Ooh. Ooh. I figured it was Bahamut. Yeah. I believe we're about to be 2 more minions short in a second. Senior Duck, how are things? I'm about to die. But I didn't save again. Crikey!
Here.
I'm shocked that that actually works in there, but hey, at least it gives us a chance to save. Was on Fortnite with Lewis and the gang. Happy out. And how did it end up going for you, my friend? Did you get a couple of nice wins? Did you end up getting a victory royale? Yeah, well, to be fair, you came into a Shin Megami Tensei stream. You should be expecting me squealing like a fucking duck. Okay, I think... Yeah, let's do this. See how we end up doing. If we survive this turn, we should be grand, because then we have everyone ready, and that block should end up... Oh, god damn it, of course they do there. I mean, I'm doing grand, Duck. Enjoying myself. Happy to be at this. Watching everything going around there. Good old week. In the gym, doing as much as I can end up doing. Looking forward to the Christmas festivities in the upcoming week. Energy's been a bit mixed bag, but in general, it's been all fairly good. Happy to end up getting a stream in tonight. Happy to have a couple of people end up coming in and just enjoying life as best as I can. But I suppose the reverse should be asked to you as well, Senior Duck. How has life been treating you? Has it all been going good? Has it all been going grand? Has it all been going delicious, my friend? I hope it has all been good. It's a pleasure to hear. And I hope Christmas ends up treating you fantastically well as well, my friend. Also, just for you, Senior Duck, since you've come in. Sorry. Yes, yes, yes. Just for you, Senior Duck. I think I broke the audio again on the mic. I do need to actually check to see how to stop the peak breaking on the mic. But interesting. I don't know what it is about Van Gerwen. Van Gerwen is still a very good darts player, but he doesn't seem to me to have the same fear that he used to bring to people. I don't know if that's fair, or I don't know if you get what I mean. Beforehand, if you face Van Gerwen, it was like what you seen with Littler, that everyone would be fearful of him, everyone would be afraid going up against him. I think he's lost a bit of that myself.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, he doesn't seem near as good as he was anyway. Which is unfortunate, because I really like him. I think the way it was described to me is it's kind of like a person that's rested on his laurels. It's kind of like how Max Verstappen is still the best in the world, even though at the moment you could be forgiven for thinking he's not. Well, I suppose in F1 it's a different kettle of fish again, because there's an argument to be made why Max Verstappen isn't the best in the world.
Your turn. Go.
I mean, I'd argue heavily against it, but hey, I'm also a contrarian. Please kill. Good, so we've one out of the way. Do you think so? I'm glad we can actually have that back now. I mean, he has... I hope that isn't too loud for you, because it has a tendency to be bonkersly loud for me. I mean, I enjoy it, so I don't mind, but... I mean, I will say I do love when you're watching some of the TikToks and you have people doing random bloody crap that just ends up turning into Max Verstappen. I'm not arsed bringing anyone else in. Bahamut is low enough that we can kill him, but the fact that he ended up wiping out our team twice is kind of annoying. And we got a grimoire for it too, so we can actually level people up. I don't know if any of them are useful, but we'll look when we end up getting back to a healing point. Yeah, let's make the remnants of a team again. Just in case we get caught out. Okay, cool. So you were dead, which now leaves us clear there. There's nothing of note here, but we can run around you. There is stuff in there. Okay, come on, Basilisk. We want to run around you if we can, because we don't want to fight you. Good, good, good. In here we have you. Good. Which is a Mirage Gem. I don't think there's anything of note up there. There doesn't appear to be. And then there's our... Where do you land us? Up here? Okay. And then down here. which is... Oh, it's at the entrance. Okay, well, that's actually very handy. Okay, so we can do wayward lines and then bring us here first to get what we already got the last time. Again. Get the hair of Inaba finished up again. I will say the sheep with a really long horn actually does look surprisingly cool. And I do think, in fact, I don't think I know, that the hair of Inaba, the white rabbit, it was a thing before ReZero did it too. I wonder, I very much doubt it is, but I wonder if the hair of Inaba might be, or if the white rabbit from that series might be based on it. Although those of you who are anime fans or nerds of that description, the light novel for how I got reincarnated as a slime finished. Okay. Ooh, okay, well, we want you as soon as we can as well, from the glory. And we want you too, so we need to get 170 glory.
Return.
Fair enough. Yeah. Finished, and as you would imagine, Rimuru busted as a bloody nut. But hey, the joys of all of that. Oh, we have two people who want to talk to us. Ooh, and he got a new skill. So get a new skill in here as well, which is interesting. Wonder if Frost can get a new skill. Yes, Life Springs. Frost now has more health. You know, it's nice when that ends up happening, when you get something simple like that. Ooh, and we have another... And we have another... game. How I got reincarnated as a slime. It's light novel finished up. Very, very, very good anime. We mentioned it here on the stream before because I think everyone should end up looking into it. The big problem with How I Got Reincarnated as a Slime that an awful lot of people had with it is that season 3 and 4 are far more of a political anime than an actual action anime. Even though there's action in them, they're far more political than actual, like, action. But they're very, very, very good. Anime is typically Japanese-inspired cartoons with a more adult nature to them. So, typically created in Japan is where they're normally recognized for being. They don't have to be Japanese in order to be anime, but they are typically, like, anime in its actual base form is Japanese. It is stated in the actual textbook definition of the word that they have to be Japanese, but, you know, it's a bit more loose than that. But they are that type of thing. Nah, fuck it. To be honest, not everyone has heard of it, so it's a 100% fair statement. And also he could be trolling the absolute living shit out of me too. Which, if he is, congratulations. Yeah, so it's more, the best way to describe it as a kid is if you watched something like Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans show, or Adventure Time. Those are Western animated shows that could be connotated to anime because they're more adult teams. They have more showcases in them. Another prime example I would end up giving, and honestly a series I think everyone should end up watching, and one that an awful lot of people wouldn't think that I'd end up recommending, is Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated is a show that is very anime-centric. It has very adult vibes in it. It's a phenomenally well-written show. The mystery group and the whole lot come across unbelievably well. Yes, depends on which version of TMNT you're on about. I believe that TMNT 2003 is phenomenally close to anime because it ends up going down that route and is very, very, very good in its depiction of its stories and the whole lot. I would say the more recent TMNT probably don't count as much. They go way closer to cartoon than they do anime, if I'm honest. Which there's nothing wrong with that either. It's just, you know, a point. The Inter Milan shirt with the turtles on it is awesome. I know I've been shown that before. I don't... Oh my god. I know I've been shown that before. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. So I'll have a look at that at another time. Okay, what are you? Oh no! Okay. Okay. Who wants to experience Craic get his absolute ass whipped? There isn't a goddamn chance in hell I'm ready for this. But we have taken down Matador. Can we take down Matador's brother? I don't think so, but we're gonna find out.
All things are destined to come to an end.
Dice Sojo.
Life gives way to death, creation to destruction.
To put into description how influential Dice Sojo is, Dice Sojo cracks Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne in 2. I don't know if it's in this game. In fact, it would shock me if it was because of how broken it is. He had a move called Mediation. And what Mediation did was it would hit the enemy and siphon back the SP to him. So he would have incredible MP management. And then he had a heal that healed... That was basically a cheaper version of prayer, which healed everything. All status effects, all damage, the whole shebang.
Look upon this land. Having already perished once before, it now struggles.
Now I have
to
a feeling
maintain even its own. Of course,
he's going to be busted against
such
me too.
Unfortunate circumstance. Let us discover.
Oh god, I went to... Yeah, there's Mediation. So he still has Mediation. He's basically Max Verstappen in this situation, my man.
Here.
And I went into this without healing too, like an absolute dunderhead. Doubt. I think no. Okay, so he's not. Okay. Okay, and down goes his attack. Do another Raccoonda. Okay. Okay, so I'm out of MP on Nahobino. There's another mediation. Oh god, oh, it's time to do a critical and see how much damage we do. I might be over-egging the pudding on this boy, and he mightn't be as strong as I think. Oh, fuck, all of these are MP. Oh, I thought the physical moves were still physical. So I'm a tit, but hey, we're still going to do 181 damage to him.
To me.
Although, maybe he is weaker than Matador. This seems to indicate he's weaker than Matador. Or we're just a good bit stronger than we were before. We're going to guard everything here, and then we'll start healing ourselves. If it makes you feel any better, Duck, so have I. I was expecting myself to get absolutely walloped. But, again, like everything in this game, don't be shocked if the bite ends up coming in very hard and very quickly.
Here. I will.
Okay, so his attack's down again. And in my particular case, we'll just charge again. Mediation on Frost, and he's gathering Magasuchi now. Okay. Guard. Guard. And does Frost have a heal? Because otherwise we're going to lose them. Nope. So I fucked up some of this.
Here.
I don't think that's enough to keep them alive. MVG-11, this is why we can't have nice things. I mean, you'd expect that, though, wouldn't you? You'd expect him to end up coming back into it.
Here.
It's not surprising for him to end up coming back into this game. You know? Again, I don't know who he's against, so I can't really comment. Oh, yeah, hey. It ain't over till the fat lady sings up. He still could end up getting his ass walloped.
Let's go.
I think Frost will
Your
be
turn.
okay.
Go.
Preach. What is preach? Okay, well, there's his killer move.
This'll.
Okay, we'll heal Frost. Your charms. We'll just try and do this. Yep. Oh, he upped his attack, you rat bastard. Okay. We were going well in this fight till that happened. Mediation on me. I'm now down to the point where I don't have any health or any MP. Screw it, let's bring on Frost. Let's heal you. swap Quampor for, God, I suppose Matador.
Let's go.
Do this to bring down your health. Yeah, Nullag everybody. That's Merry Christmas in Irish, if you want a bit of Irishness to go through your veins, my friends. Nullag It's one of the only bits of Irish I actually know. It's 2-2. I think 2-2 actually is a bad result for Crystal Palace against this Turkish team. Although, where are they in the Conference League? Yeah, Jesus, they're in the playoffs position, so that is a bad result for them. I mean, he hit Matador with a goddamn charged hit. Never mind his regular hit, that was charged. Okay. Nahobino can now bring back Mahador.
Your turn. Go.
Charge you one more time. Well, we'll see how this goes, but we'll charge Matador. I might. I'm not gonna say that I will up, if I'm honest with you. It doesn't really interest me. I don't like the... I don't like the narrative people are going with that if the match even goes more than a round, it's scripted. I don't like that narrative because I don't agree with that narrative, genuinely.
You ready?
Do I think Anthony Joshua should be able to knock out Jake Paul straight away? Yes. Will I be shocked if Anthony Joshua doesn't knock out Jake Paul straight away? No, he missed this. What a waste of a Magasuchi there. What a waste of a Magasuchi turn. That's beautiful. I still might be getting screwed, Senior Duck.
Let's go.
So, you know, in the end, Craic always gives back his promises, I suppose.
Here.
But yeah, that's my viewpoint on it. I think it's a farce of a fight. It is. Anyone that says that it isn't is lying. It is a farce of a fight. It's a fight that shouldn't be happening. It's for Anthony Joshua, it's an absolute farce. It's something he shouldn't be doing. As a former world champion, should he be embarrassed about it? Probably. Honestly, probably he should be embarrassed for doing it. Joshua already has a bit of negativity going into the fight, in the fact that he hasn't had great performances the last few times that he's actually performed. There is the rumor that he has a bit of a glass chin. So with all that being the case, should Joshua have went into this fight? Probably not. I don't know how fair it is to say that Joshua is washed. I genuinely don't. Because we'll know when we see him in the ring, and we'll know how serious he's going to take this fight when he gets into the ring too. That's the big thing. How serious is he taking this fight? If he's just walking into this and this is run-of-the-mill horse manure and it's literally just money to get money, you'll know straight away. If he actually goes into it and gives it a bit of a fight, we'll end up seeing. The big thing about it is the only comparison we can give for this fight is Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury went into that match without giving a goddamn crap about the fight or the profession. Is that wrong? You tell me. You tell me. Is that wrong? I think it is. I think he should be indicted with laughs for all of his career for doing it. I don't think Tyson Fury should ever be able to live that down. But at the end of the day, it happened. It's done. There's not really much you can end up doing after that. Yeah, like you'll be able to tell almost immediately if he's actually trying in the fight. Like, it's not hard to tell when a fighter is trying. So we'll be able to tell almost immediately if this is just horse crap or if he's actually trying. So, you know, it depends on how you want to view it. It depends on how you end up feeling about it. Do I think it'll be entertaining? Well, yes, Jake Paul, the Pauls in general are all entertaining. There's a reason why the Pauls are where they are in life. They are a very entertaining bunch of brothers. A bunch of assholes, but entertaining all the same. So, you know, their success is not a fluke. Anyone that says their success is a fluke haven't been watching them. Now, whether or not they deserve their success is another kettle of fish entirely. But it has not been a fluke. They come from a family that know how to sell. You need to be in Hollywood to succeed in Hollywood. They were in and around it. Both of them are Disney kids. They both ended up making their money. Both of them ended up getting onto the YouTube trend when they needed to. Both of them got into the pranking culture when they needed to. Both of them got out of it when they needed to. Say what you want to, it ends up doing there. Same with Mayweather sullying his record with exhibition match bollocks and drew for money. Well, I mean, you can say that all you want to with Mayweather. Like, there is that. But, there's also the idea of Mayweather going up against Conor McGregor. You know, people will do anything for money, and if you're paying for it, rob the hand that feeds you until it no longer feeds you. Also, that was surprisingly easy, to be honest. I expected that to be much, much harder. I know I made that look hard. That wasn't near as hard as Matador was. I done it in my first go.
Well done.
And I went in not fully healed either. It wouldn't have mattered because he would have ended up eating me alive with the meditation, but still.
Fiend, Daisojo. Stat that monk mentioned this world had met its end once before.
I wonder if him saying that means that this is SMT3. I mean, he is. He is. Logan Paul is very, very good. I will say I'm a bit surprised, and I know Duck will end up turning in his couch for me even mentioning this, but I will say I'm surprised how little WWE are protecting him right now. Admittedly, I figured they'd be protecting him a lot more. What makes you say that? That he's a freak in a bad way? Because he hasn't done anything. Okay, Daisojo needs 6 and 27. Okay. I want Daisojo, so we're going to try and get him. 6 and 27. So 27 is Attis. Creature, clown, imbecile, idiot, other adjectives can be used. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I agree with you on that one. Calling him an idiot, an imbecile is all fine. Calling him a freak is a very loaded term, especially in modern day. I don't like the word freak in general, but it's a very, very loaded term. You want to know what you're at and be very, very careful about calling someone a freak. Because typically it connotates something like they've done something. Like I know the man went into a forest in Japan where people commit suicide and ended up dancing on their graves, which is a horrible bloody thing to end up doing. But is that enough to call him a freak? I don't know. I would call a freak someone that bites, like, ironically I'm describing Ozzy Osbourne here, but someone who bites the head off of a live bat, or someone that ends up doing horrible shit that they shouldn't end up doing to people that they shouldn't be near. You know, that type of stuff. But hey, to each their own.
Is this demon to your liking?
Okay, so we're going to be able to give Daisojo concentration, which is nice. Unless I summon the wrong one, which wouldn't be surprising for me. He is. Well, he's in the Hollywood Rock Hall of Fame. Like whatever you call it, basically the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's it, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and to be fair, he deserves it. Like, I'm not massive into rock and roll, but Ozzy Osbourne would probably be considered one of the original rock stars, wouldn't he? Surely Ozzy Osbourne would be considered one of the original rock and roll stars, right? I mean, it was up, but like he barely done anything at it. But again, there's nothing wrong with that either. Okay, so let's look at his abilities. His willpower. While in the active party, allies affected with charm will be more likely to perform the correct decision. Interesting. A chance of inflicting confusion, charm, and sleep to all foes. That actually isn't as useful as you think it might be, but we'll see. That is... Okay, and we have to give him rare at some point, but yeah. So he's useful, but not as useful. Media, Charm, and Concentrate. That'll do us for now.
Is this demon to your liking?
I understand it, and I like quite a substantial amount of Ozzy Osbourne stuff. I will say WWE has overused his music quite a lot, so I can understand that. But yeah. Okay, so we have the recovery done. In terms of our map, we don't have any other... Oh, okay. So it looks like we might have another... We might be walking straight into another fiend fight. Which, admittedly, might be much harder. But let's see how this ends up doing. So you might end up getting your wish of seeing me do bad, Senior Duck. I won't give a certified guarantee like the last time because I'm not sure. Did I go the wrong way? Nope. Okay, climb up here. Go past the Oni. Down we go. Past all of ye. Oh, god damn it, I wanted to get by the Matmen. Why am... Oh, god, well, that's a problem in of itself. I didn't know I was weak to goddamn status. Yeah, I figured that.
This'll do.
I'll return to the land of the living in a second. What the fuck? I got double fisted bad, Ben. Bad. Bad. Like, I got royally screwed there, but how's life treating you, my friend? Is it all going good? Is it all going grand? Is it all going spicy? How has life been treating you? Oh, you heard what I said, Senior Up. I got like, I got examined for an anal fissure. I got ripped that bad. Like, that was. And it makes me scared crapless for this. Oh, god damn it. I mean, thankfully, he's not going to do any damage to us, so we're fine, but still. Nope. But yeah, we're going to go into another instance of one of the demons. If we were able to beat Daisojo easily, and this is the one I think it is, we might have fun versus the biker. As if I think this should be Hell Biker. Yep, it's Hell's Biker.
That smell! Yeah, it's gotta be! And it's a menorah! No mistaking it!
All of you wrestling fans out there, by the way, I'll give you an internet cookie if you can tell me who his voice is based off of.
Hey kid! Little young to be playing around with the big boys' toys, ain't ya? Be a good little rugrat and hand it over!
Hey, kid. A little long to be playing around with the big boy toys, ain't ya? Be a good little rugrat and hand it over. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, coming for you here at WrestlePalooza. You doing? The most dominant wrestler of all time, Eva Marie. Okay, well, we start as we means to go on. Almighty critical. Yep, this is going to be a much harder proposition. Do we even try it? 'Cause I don't... No, we don't yet. I'm almost positive you block fire. In fact, I'm so positive I'm going to check it up. As I am not getting caught on this. Yep. That means having Jacko here is a complete waste of time. You know what, Duck? Since you were so nice to clip me, I'll give you one just for you.
So we kind of need someone in the group that nulls wind. And I don't know if I have anyone that nulls wind. We did. Oh, Matador nulls wind. Matador, you might be useful versus your brother.
Come!
I said might. Oh, we are not ready for this fight. How's the bike again? How's the bike? Yeah. Okay, so I don't have the Nahabino set up right for this, and we're definitely not strong enough for it. So, unlike the last time where I actually thought there was a chance of us beating Matador, I'm not going to bang my head against a brick wall for 3 hours trying to beat Hell's Bike. So we are, unfortunately, going to do something we don't normally do, and we are actually going to run away. I am going to have sense. I'm going to do something unbelievable and actually retire and not bang my head against the wall like a tit for 3 hours. However, there is one other thing that we might end up doing.
Welcome to...
Okay, go on, Senior Duck. What's your secret technique? So here's the thing. You have good cheer. Removes status ailments and debuffs from all allies, and Bowl of Hygeria greatly increases the healing effect cast and allows to heal above max HP. I'm not going to use them yet, but if we can continue to build Daisojo up good enough, they might be phenomenally useful to put on Daisojo. I was going to say, there's no way King Bafula is allowed to be used. Now, we need to wait for him, too, because that move, although eats MP, might be bonkersly useful, considering Ice is something that he's actually weak to. And, like, there's a couple of other things, like leveling up Jack Frost and actually having an okay team. Like, walking in there with Jack-O-Lantern after finding out that he's weak to that was a bad move. So, like, Matador, Jack Frost, and Daisojo wouldn't be a bad idea if we level them up a bit.
Return.
Okay, so, wrong way. Let's continue on. I will say, one of the things I found interesting listening to the grapevine, and I don't see how this would make any difference anyway, even if it was true, but there's a rumor. Ooh, okay, we have an actual strong minion there. We could take that on. It'd be a waste of time. I don't know what you actually get off of strong minions other than leveling up, so I think we'll actually avoid them. There was a rumor that United were annoyed with Morocco for not letting, I think it's Morocco that he plays for not letting Mazraoui play in the Bournemouth game, and that they supposedly are going to be less likely to work along with that national team from now on if they ever need anything from them in terms of players or anything like that in the future. I don't see how that makes sense, if true, because do they actually have the power to, like, hold players away from national team duty or anything like that? I don't think so. So it was just a funny little point that I ended up reading. Probably a load of horse crap like most things on the fucking internet. But, you know, Still an interesting point. We ended up picking up a novel. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god damn it.
This'll do.
Block that, so we really don't want to do that yet. We don't want it to be weak. You can miss off of gems? I'm sorry? When was that a thing? When was that a thing in this game, that you can miss off of goddamn gems? I mean, we were aware, Senior Duck, but pray tell, why do you believe yourself to be a very special person? Oh, god damn it. Almost made a hot chocolate with teabag in. Okay, there are a multitude of questions that need to be asked in that equation. No. Stop for a second, Shin Megami Tensei. First of all, and most importantly of all, did you save the teabag? Was it a case of you putting the hot chocolate into the cup first, forgetting that you had placed the hot chocolate within the cup and then subsequently putting the teabag in? Or did you have a teabag in a pot, and then as you were about to put in the hot chocolate, stop yourself in order to give you a momentary reprieve and rescue the teabag? Or did you end up putting the hot chocolate back into the canister, or just opening the canister and not using the hot chocolate? These are important questions. Or did you do the magical technique of actually making a hot chocolate tea, which, I cannot tell you why I know this, doesn't actually taste that bad? I certainly, in no way, shape, or form, done the exact same thing. But it must be asked, how did this happen, Senior Duck? No tea bags were harmed during the stunt. And now comes the next important question, Senior Duck. The most important question. The tea bag that was indeed used. Was it the question that shall start the Irish Civil War all over again? Was it Lyons's? Or was it Barry's tea? And if it is anything other than those two, well then do you know what you can do?
Off is the direction you can fuck.
Well then you can follow the Rock's words. Get T-fuck. Get T-fuck out of here. And you can take this with you. Get to fucking deed. I think I need to make a new channel point, which is literally me just shouting down the commentary booth of "Get T fuck out of here." Well, if it's a funny story, do indeed tell us. We're never bereft enough funny stories now. As I kill these kelpies. First ever cup of coffee I made, someone had a tea bag in it. I need a moment to grieve. I'll be right back. I hope you know, Senior Duck, that story upset me so much that I actually had to go and make myself a herbal tea. So, you know, I have calmed down after hearing that absolute catastrophe that you just stated. And I have myself a herbal tea. So, you know, at least something good has come from that disgusting display that you've just mentioned. Like, the horrors that has been done to good... Stop fucking missing! The horrors that have been done to a good old cup of coffee and a good old cup of tea that you have perpetrated. You know, I'm half tempted to time you out for that, Senior Duck. But I'm also far too lazy to bother to type it, so you get away with it this time. Nah, but seriously, people, do not be adding tea bags to your coffee, or vice versa. It is sacrilege of the highest order. And you deserve divine smiting, should you end up doing it. How did you find the horror concoction that you ended up creating anyway, Senior Duck? Or did you do a further disgrace to the people who like tea and actually throw out the tea abomination that you had created? Okay, so I'm after missing a Miniman somewhere. But we'll find him later on when we end up finding where all the Minimen are. Because I can't be arsed looking around to figure out where we missed the Miniman. Unless... Can I climb up here? I don't think so. Nope. But I can climb up here. Ooh, there's a drop there, which brings us back down. Interesting, interesting. And by coming over here, we do have another way up. Okay, so let's continue to climb for now, see if there's anything interesting on top. Ah, Coolaboola, we have some glory. I think this gives you 50? 60! So we're close to getting either our divine garrison or the skills from transfers. Transfers. Nah, person was med for wasn't impressed, so I had to try the dreaded kofte. And you know, it's only right. It's only right that you were forced to try the dreaded kofte. For your slight against humanity, it's only right you were forced to try it. You know? You deserve such abominations put towards yourself, my friend. Why are you this side of the bloody thing? From memory, it wasn't that bad. I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't be. Like there isn't much taste off of tea unless you go down a specific route of it anyway that would cause a complication to the coffee. And ironically enough, there is actually a brew that is coffee and tea put together. So as much as I joke about it, it actually is a concoction that people have made. So it's not that surprising to actually make it. You know, it's more pulling the piss than anything else. It isn't something you should do willy-nilly because certain coffees do have extrinsic tastes put into them that make it taste horrible depending on how you end up going about it. But, ooh, these are very well designed. God of all stories. That's Loki. Glorified names of Ansi and Okapan. Huh. You cut out with the talk, both company embarrassing. Do you mind? We're trying to have a family discussion. Identify yourself. Okay. Heard that one? No denying you got a real presence. Sorry, brother, but we're in the middle of an important conversation. Now, come on, father. I want a real answer. We could gain much from standing with Bethel. Please reconsider. I'm done talking about it. All them high-fluting gods in Bethel got it into their heads that they're the greatest god there is. You want me to just hand over my whole dang mythology to a scheming creator of theirs? What a statement. What a statement. Wow. Interesting. How have you found that? Because the rumor at the moment is, now it's coming from a Brazilian account on Twitter, but the rumor is that they're remaking Dragon Ball Super. And they may remaking Dragon Ball Super in a Dragon Ball Kai format, where although they're not going to end up cutting out, because like they didn't cut out much in Super, there isn't much filler. They're actually going to include the elements that they cut out of it. So ironically, although Kai was shorter, they're going to be making a Super that's longer, but with better animation and the whole lot. I don't know how true that is, but it'd be interesting if that ends up becoming a thing. How have you found Kai since you've been watching it, Senior Duck? Hunt down 2 or more basilisks for me. If you don't get at least 2, you lose. Whoever hunts more of them. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, fine. I'm also done with One Punch Man unless they reboot or do Season 3 again, which they're not going to do, unfortunately. Really, unfortunately, they're not going to do that.
Listen. Now then.
I'd like to give you some information that'll help you win this match. You can see why you might be wary, but wait until you listen. This is your promise. The truth is, if you won this little challenge, it'd actually work out nicely for me too. Anyways, all you have to do is listen. I'm not saying you'd believe me. Ignore my advice to your leisure. Remember carefully, I won't get another chance to tell you this with Father keeping his eyes on us.
Now then.
You can mostly around here. Okay. Okay, so that means that there's a basilisk there. I don't actually know if it's any better for doing this, but still. Altering the story and censoring cigarettes with lollipops for Kid Sanji-san from One Piece style was the last straw. Yeah, it's annoying when they end up doing that, admittedly, Duck. I was kind of surprised they'd done that, because they hadn't really done that before. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're like. To be honest, we know why One Punch Man ended up turning out so bad. It turned out so bad because Bandai Namco literally gave them no time to end up doing it. So, like, I understand that the anime director's trying to save his own career, but it's just horse manure to try and convince people that the show is good. Like, it's not. It's not. What you've done isn't good. I understand you need to try and save face and the whole lot, but, like, have a bit of pride in at least telling people the full situation. We were hamstrung. We didn't have a choice. We had to put out the anime as fast as humanly possible. We didn't really have a choice in the matter. We're sorry for how crap it turned out. We promise you we wanted to end up having this as a good product for you, and in the future we'd end up having a good product, because I genuinely don't think that company was actively trying to make a bad anime. I don't. I think it's just, you know, the powers that be didn't give them enough time. Everything went completely tits up when they were trying to do it right. And yeah, I mean, you're never getting away with that crap. You're never getting away with stating that it's abuse. You're just not. Yeah, there are some people out there who over-egg the pudding and do too much and cause it to end up seeming like abuse. You need to curtail yourself a bit and not be such raging assholes to the creators. But at the end of the day, you created absolute tripe. Stand by your sword and fall by it. God, that done a lot of damage. I mean, but that's a thing that's been happening a lot in media anywhere, where people are turning around saying that it's abuse and everything is abuse. Like, people are allowed to have their opinions. It's the same reason why, although I don't agree with people targeting Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo after Wicked, and commenting on how bad they were looking and the whole lot. You're in the public domain. It's people's rights to be able to comment on whatever situation ends up happening that you're doing. And to be honest, the two of you do look like ghouls at the moment. So it ends up coming down to that. But yeah, the death threats and targeting someone, that's too much. Like, we ended up seeing that with Cyberpunk 2077 when that was coming out initially, and bloody CD Projekt Red were being sent death threats. Like, there is a line that should never be crossed, and, you know, people need to ensure that it isn't, you know? It's a shame that there isn't more to help in those type of situations, but genuine criticism is not the same thing. And to equate the two as the same thing diminishes the other elements that have ended up happening. In my opinion, anyway. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Get out of your way before you come at me, anyway. Holy crap. Oh, we've dropped back down here. Okay. Do we want to fight more basilisks? We've already gotten her two. What? Have I somehow gotten lost? How the hell has this happened? Yeah, because we're up top, yeah. How did I... Oh, I'm a tit. Yeah, fair enough. I've only been playing these type of games for bloody ages and should know where the hell I'm meant to go. Worst thing that happened to the anime was the COVID boom that didn't just make it popular but also deemed socially acceptable. No. No, I don't really agree with you there, Duck. The actual worst thing that happened to anime, like statistically the worst thing that happened to anime was Crunchyroll being sold to Sony. Crunchyroll being sold is statistically the worst thing that ended up happening because Crunchyroll was no longer as connectable as it was before. It was no longer as easy to do anything. They weren't making as much stuff as they were before. Unfortunately, Crunchyroll the loss of Crunchyroll is the problem. And then Disney getting into anime and not doing a good enough job on them either didn't help because Disney just refused to bloody advertise animes. And then Netflix just went down the cheap route and ended up doing anything. Funnily enough, it wasn't the fact that, oh my god, he... I'm surprised he tried to kill him. But yeah, it wasn't really the fact that it got popular. An awful lot of things around the industry just went really bad at the wrong time. You know? And it's unfortunate that that ended up happening. With 2 demons of light law alignment with moderate HP, there's no reason ever to use that. People forget Crunchyroll was a pirate site first. I didn't even know that. So that's funny. Genuinely, I hadn't a goddamn clue about that. I didn't know that was a thing. That's interesting as hell if that's true. I genuinely hadn't a notion of that one. Unbelievable. I know there's been a few sites that have been converted from piracy sites to legit sites. I can't name any of them off the top of my head because I'm just blank. But I do know that. And by the way, another thing that's really, really funny too is the fact that the Japanese government is actually suing Cloudflare because of the amount of sites that it had up there for illegal streaming purposes as well.
Here.
It's a shame we're probably not going to get more than 1 out of this. Yeah. Escape, escape, and escape, yeah. They have too much power. Crunchyroll have too much power. Or who? Cloudflare. Maybe.
This'll do.
It's hard to say either way because they don't really do anything. Like they literally are just a platform for servers and maintenances and the whole lot. So like, yeah, the fact that half the internet runs the goddamn thing, so that if it ended up getting dropped down is a concern, is a genuine worry. But is it a problem? I don't know. It's a bit much to say it's a problem. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They don't at the moment, no. Oh yeah, we've lost each other again. They don't at the moment for which, Senior Duck? But if they get compromised, we have an issue. Oh yeah, just because they end up hosting half of the bloody internet, if they ever ended up getting a proper attack done on them, we'd end up having an issue. That is 100% true. They probably do have too much power in that respect. That's probably accurate. But at the end of the day, nobody really cares. So long as the service is there for them, nobody at all cares about it. They just want their stuff to be working at the end of it. So, you know, it won't matter. People will just get what they want, and that'll be about it. Okay, climb up here. Fair enough. And continue to go up. How are you meant to do this? Are you meant to walk across it like this? I don't think so, but... No, because there's no way into those buildings. So it's not... You don't go across this to get in there. God damn it. The internet drama by Chainsaw Man Rise. No. Awaken me to what I've missed. I haven't seen any about this, unfortunately. God damn it. Like, is it just that a character is drawn too sexy again, or what is it they're whinging about this time? This Chainsaw Man has been an anime that, for being, like, surprisingly tame for what it is, has been kind of, you know, talked about quite a lot. I'm not taking the risk and I can't be arsed.
This'll do.
I do have to be careful about running out of these goddamn smoke bombs, but I genuinely don't care at the moment. Daisojo up there. And I suppose Frost, because you're still very useful. Lots of long terms in quotation marks fans were utterly appalled by someone claimed Reese was based off of an IRL film star. She probably was. I couldn't tell you if she was, so I don't really care either. Probably was, like... Which, be probably true, was never confirmed. Yeah, I couldn't give a rat's ass what she's based off of. Like, you can base anything off of anything so long as it's done with taste. I couldn't care. Like, the amount of people that are growing up now that'll have their art based off of something like that because literally they've just been watching so much of it since they were young, it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be massive, the amount of people that are influenced in that type of way. I'm shocked that there isn't far more characters in general that aren't based off of porn stars. Because of how influential they end up being, if I'm honest. But then again, like, there is a big pull where, you know, sexual content is considered faux pas and the whole lot, and everyone has their own opinions on that one too, you know. You know, I don't really give a shit about it. If she was, she was. If she wasn't, she wasn't. So long as it's good character design, and they haven't outright just nicked every aspect of the person they were basing it off of, I couldn't care. Exactly, my concern is they took issue with that. and was way odd things the mangaka is into. Yeah, but plenty of mangakas are into weird things. If you started kink shaming mangakas, we wouldn't have half the series that have ever been created. You know? Like... At the end of the day, what you do in your own home is your own crap, and however you get to design a character is how you get to design a character. Just design the character with grace and bloody honor and see how things end up going, so long as it fits your world, fits the aesthetic, and you're not bloody doing anything too bloody foolish. You know? I couldn't give a crap at all. Just make sure the character isn't... You know, I have problems with lolly designs, but, you know, who gives a shit so long as, you know, everything is above the age and the whole lot, and you know what you're at. They're like, Clear Obscure Expedition 33 has that bloody swimsuit for Mael, where, you know, the 15-year-old is in a bloody, you know, onesie swimsuit. I'm never going to wear the fucking thing, but some people are into that. You know? Guess that's a bit of a bad example, but still. Kaito Hitman Reborn remake. Gimme. I haven't seen it. I know nothing about it, so.
Sorry for running away back at school. You know, I can't even begin to tell you how scared I was. No way I was gonna try putting up a fight.
You literally ran into the fight.
Wasn't long before I got spotted by those demons. They were coming right for me.
God, I forgot how much of
I
a
thought I was
tit
gonna
this
die.
prick is.
But then I got saved by Atsuta's sister. Put herself right between me and them. I think her name's Miyazu, right? She didn't even try putting up a fight. Then, just like that, she was gone.
I don't know if I've watched any of
She
it,
said
Duck.
her brother would have done the same thing. I can't face Atsuta after all his sister did. Not without trying to find her first.
Oh, so he's going to the fairy village. Nice.
You're serious? Oh man, what a relief. But I'm sure people are still out there.
Okay.
I've decided I'm going to use what I've learned to save everyone who was taken. So let me handle this. I'll keep up the search on this end. I'm gonna keep looking around over here.
Oh, so you're not going to the fairy village. Yeah, so again, you're just running away from where the actual competition is. Fair
Multiple
enough.
life readings from the southwest.
God, you're such a fucking tit. It's funny that even the goddamn demons find him weird. Okay, so by you at the moment. Oh, so we've already been over here. Where is it? Okay, so it's up there, so we need to find a path up onto that at some point. Oh, god damn it. I named my first Steam account after my favorite character from it. Well, which character was that? Oh my god, this is 6 attacks on us. Nope. Nope, not dealing with that. Not dealing with that. I'm going to run out. If I'm not careful, I'm going to run out of smoke bombs, but I mean, I guess I don't really have a choice at the moment. I'm a succubus, you have a moment to talk.
You didn't meet a demon called Kumbala on your way here. And I used to be close. We're both, well, you see, dark horses are separate ways. Violent ogre. Totally respect. Kind of need your help. Performing his rites. Want to put him out of his misery. Selfish request. Don't like seeing like this the guy I knew, some mindless monster. Yeah, sure, I'll kill him. I mean, fair play. I could not be. So where is he? Here. Hope you can help me solve this mess. Yeah, that's fine. Where is he? Is it that? I assume it's that. Yeah, I've had my Steam account for yonks long as well. I'm just too cheap. A, because I've too much on it, and B, too cheap to let anything go off of it. So, you know, I've had the same one for heaps and bounds. And I probably shouldn't say that online because someone will probably try and rob it off of me now. I have 1,000 games on my Steam profile. I remember he was always followed by a yellow bird, had a Tonfa fighting style. I don't have a notion. I'm sorry, Senior Duck, not a notion. I genuinely wish I had a clue who you were talking about. I haven't a goddamn clue. Fighting games were never really my cup of tea. Police batons. Unfortunately, fighting games were never my cup of tea, so I genuinely wouldn't know. It's annoying because I wish I was able to tell you who it was. Kira McCullough! Well, it's not you. Okay. So if it's not you, where the fuck do we go to find... Hold on, what's this? The pot is actually called Glam Something Pot, and I made it 30 years ago by a human. The human was blind, really good at what they did. They made it into specific that only the cutest demons. I want you to capture 10 with this pot. Oh, so I need to just kill Mothman, and I didn't do that. Okay, fine. So I need to kill Mothman as well as finding this bucko's... this other one? Which is... yeah, but where is he? Kambuna. So he should be on this map. Maybe he's further down. Maybe he's somewhere in here and we just haven't seen it yet. But anyway, let's look for Mothman first, I suppose. His catchphrase, I'll bite you to death. Okay, you've made me curious now. Let's search it up. Wario in Smash Brothers says, I'll bite you. Slayer in Guilty Gear. Based on your description, it's definitely not Slayer, although Slayer looks fucking badass. In... oh, yeah. Hoya... Hibiki. Hibari. Hoya Hibari. Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Hoya Hibari. So, yeah. That's an interesting one. That looks cool, to be fair. That looks very cool, to be fair. Anyway. Ironically, we're not actually targeting the one we want to target. We were after the Mothman, not you. I will say one of the funniest things I was seeing there was I was looking at some whatever the word are for the Korean, Donawa. I think Donawa is the Korean mangas. And there's a new one there that has someone who looks the spitting image of Shung Woo from Solo Leveling, and it's funny how they just continue to use the same designs. It's on Crunchyroll, but first 30-odd episodes are a slog. I might give it a watch in the future, if I'm honest, Senior Duck. It would be a future thing for me. I have no real, like, it's not that I have no real interest, it's that I don't really have the time at the moment to watch, and for those type of things I want to give my full attention. Like, one of the things I want to do in the near future as well is actually do more writing for the blog, because I paid for the goddamn site, so I might as well, you know, continue to do crap for it. So, you know. So, like, go back to the idea of maybe start doing short form video reviews on YouTube with the like long form with the long form written form of it on the site. We'll see. Yes, I absolutely love World Trigger. I love World Trigger. I really hope they keep the same voice actors as well, because the voice acting in that show is particularly good. In fact, I couldn't imagine anyone else playing Yuma. I genuinely couldn't. His voice is so perfect for that role. I don't even know if the actor who plays him is still alive, but it's so perfect for that role. But it is an anime that definitely deserves it, because it got screwed in the fact that when it was being dubbed, they didn't dub the full thing either. Like, it finished not even halfway through it, and there's 30-odd episodes that never got dubbed, which is a joke. Like, they jump from something like in the English dub, they jump from something like episode 30 to episode 70 or something like that. Like, it's bonkers how much of it is missing. Okay, so it looks like now I'm going to have to go around and farm Mothman. So I need to figure out where they are. And I'm not going to be doing that on stream because I don't want to completely and utterly waste your time. So I'm going to go and save, and we'll leave it there for the night. Can get creative as No Blood. Yeah, but I don't think it was a series that needed it. Like, maybe this is me. Maybe this is me looking at it, because I don't think blood is actually that important when it comes down to animes in general. And maybe this is me looking at it through complete blinkered eyes. I genuinely don't think that was a series that needed blood. I think for the most of it, it was fine. Oh, maybe I won't need to. We've Tree Mothman here. Like, genuinely. And even if blood is an issue, do the Danganronpa solution. I love Danganronpa Season 1, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Panic. That anime with the pink blood is unbelievably funny in order to get away with the censorship. Just to put pink fucking blood there instead is beautiful. It's a beautiful way to get around the censors. Like, if you really want blood, you'll find a way to put blood into your series. But I also don't think... I think for most series, they just don't need it. Again, maybe that's... Daisojo! Okay, Mothman just does a lot of damage. I was wondering why the hell Daisojo was getting such a whack. Yes. You're right, but an awful lot of the cast, based on what I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, an awful lot of the cast is side characters that you maybe hear one or two lines from. So you could almost get away with having multiple voice actors perform those type of roles, you know? And correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm happy to be corrected if I'm wrong on that one. This tea here that I'm drinking at the moment is a lemon one, and it has a weird bit of spice to it. I mean, it's nice, but it's just weird. Yep. Yeah, Fat Boo gets involved. I think the thing that annoys me so much about Fat Boo is that Fat Boo has so much potential that's wasted in Super. Like, I understand the gag that was being done there, but genuinely I love the idea that Fat Boo for Satan was actually willing to fight in the Tournament of Power and just fell asleep. Like, it's a funny gag, and it led to us getting Frieza in the Tournament of Power, but I genuinely would have loved to see Fat Boo be a wee bit serious, because he showed it in that fight. Yeah, he's way weaker than those around them, which is funny because he really shouldn't be, but yeah, he's way weaker than those around them. But Fat Boo, there's just something about that characterization of the lazy asshole actually having a bit of something to them and coming alive and doing something good in their life. I actually really like the characterization of Fat Boo, and I genuinely think that's where I actually really like Dragon Ball GT, because like the idea of Oob becoming the reincarnation of Super Boo, who or of Kid Boo, not Super Boo, of Kid Boo after so the way that it ends up working in GT is in this Kid Boo fight, Goku turns around and says, "I would love to fight you again under different circumstances," and the Boo that hears him say that is Fat Boo, or not Fat Boo, is Super Boo, not Kid Boo. So Kid Boo or Super Boo transformed into Kid Boo because he lost control. By the way, this is how convoluted this shit is. Because he lost control over his body, and the Kai's influence that had made him into Super Boo had been lost. When fighting Kid Boo, Goku made a declaration to the embodiment of Super Boo, which was the Kai infested with Kid Boo's power. So Super Boo was the Boo that Goku invited back into life, which meant that the reincarnation Oob is of Super Boo, not of Kid Boo. And as a result of which, Super Boo fuses with Kid Boo without the influence of... Or not Kid Boo. Super Boo fuses with Fat Boo without the influence of Kid Boo, making him into Maj Oob. And I love that idea. I love the idea that Fat Boo merges with the good version of Super Boo to make the perfect Boo. I love that. I love that idea. And I know that's basically, you know, rehabilitating a bad character, which they've done with all of the goddamn villains. Like, literally the only villain they haven't rehabilitated is Cell, and everyone thought they were going to do it in the Cell Max movie because people thought Max might actually they might actually revive Cell to help them beat Cell Max originally when they heard the synopsis of that goddamn movie. Which honestly, I wouldn't have minded that either because I love Cell with a passion. But yeah. Rant over, I suppose. Yeah, no, just genuinely, I like Dragon Ball. In my opinion, is just it's almost a perfect series. Having 17 win the Tournament of Power was cool. Yes, I will say though, I understand that Toriyama literally just pulled it out of his ass, and 17 and 18 became stronger because the androids don't get tired, and 17 had been training all the time to protect the island. But I would have liked if the ass pull of how they became stronger was given a wee bit more context. Like 17 became stronger because he was watching all of the trouble that ended up happening, and he robbed one of Vegeta's training ships or something like that, and actually was training away. And 18, I would have loved if they turned around with 18 and said 18 was training behind Krillin's back because she knew Krillin would never win a martial arts tournament, and 18 wanted to enter a martial arts tournament to win the 2 million zenny, and actually be strong enough that if any of the assholes from the Z Warriors entered the tournament, she could just go and whop them away. That's the excuse I would have used. but you know, and I do actually think it says that in the manga, but you know, still would be funny if they'd done it in the show. But yeah, like 17 is such a cool character, and it was nice that they brought him back and the whole lot. Anyways, my friends, that's going to be me for tonight. As things stand, unfortunately, I'm not back tomorrow. As things stand, I might be heading out for 1 or 2 libations tomorrow. But as things stand as well, I might be on Saturday. It depends on if I get a call back. If I get a call back, then I'm going to a completely different county and I won't be on. So for now, take it that my next stream will either be Saturday, Sunday, or more definitely Monday. So I don't currently have something on this coming Monday, so I should be able to stream then. I will try, if it is possible, to get FM working again on my system and do Football Manager for the United game on Sunday if I'm around. If some butts and candy and nuts. I know this is a lot of, you know, maybes. But just for yourselves, so that you know what ends up coming. But either way, I'll be in touch with you and we'll see what ends up happening. I'm going to send you off now to someone. So on every platform now, except for Twitch, where we end up doing a bit longer, I'm going to send you over to someone who's playing the 2D version of Prince of Persia, which is almost a copy of Mask of the Ninja, which is a phenomenal game. So this game deserves a bit of praise in the whole lot because it's a sign of Ubisoft not being complete dicks. So I'm just going to send you over there. And for everyone else, thank you so much. It has been an absolute pleasure talking to you. As always, just remember that MLS means Miles Lewis Skelly, that I have been Stupid Sexy Craic, and that it has been my pleasure to talk to all of you. Make sure your Craic is 90. And as always, poke me home, my friends.